Hello, good day, everybody. Depending on where you're hearing, watching this video from, Adelola Shokoya, it's good to be back again. So, it's been like almost 3 weeks. I think this is the third week that I'm doing this, our regular, weekly videos. However, the past 2 weeks we've been having live, I've been having live, weekly review with those in the community. That is why it's very important that you join our community. If you have not joined the community, there's a link. There'll be a link in the description below for our Telegram channel. So you do well to join. We have over 1,000 people in that channel. It's a very beautiful community. As a trader, I always believe that you don't want to being a trader is can be a lonely world where you are most times as a retail trader, you are just alone in front of your PC in your room. So that's why it's important. That's why we created a community so that we know you are not alone. You can share ideas with people, that are also learning and growing, because trading is about learning and growing. So having said that, ensure you join um the community by clicking the Telegram, channel link in the description below. I will say that. So this week, let's shoot for the week. So this week, we'll be looking at DXY first, like we normally do. Basically, as you can see, we have the dollar index sitting on this support. For me, if you ask me, I feel, because we already have a sweep of this low, there's a sweep of this low by this candle. So as long as this support holds, we might have a bounce off from this support. See that we have a bounce off from this support, starting on Monday, when market open, or this it continues to, or if there's a lot of sell pressure on the dollar, we might likely continue to the downside from there. But if you ask me, this is actually looking like it's likely that we have a bounce off, and I'll tell you why I feel so. Because we already have a bounce, we already have a sweep that took out this low, all right, and then there's a bounce, and then price came back to also test this low. So at market open, we'll see, what happened. Okay, moving forward. All right, that's for DXY. Now let's move on to gold. I know we have a lot of gold traders in the house. I remember the last webinar that that's last week, live weekly review that we had, YouTube live that we had last week. We analyzed gold, and I was saying that for gold, I won't be I won't be doing a lot of um buy around this zone, until I see a proper breakout from here. And that's exactly what happened this week. So for gold, for this past week, I was just sitting on my hands. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, so that gold came down and formed support around there, around this zone, and then we have this breakout. So for this week, I'll be expecting probably a pullback, you know, before that trend continues. Okay. So, but until I see a proper breakout from here before I start, jumping on the buy for gold, or I'll wait for a proper pullback into this zone. All right. Otherwise, for this market, especially for gold is very volatile. And for me, like I always say, gold is a bullish instrument. All right. Based on what is happening in the world. And if you look at what gold has been doing since, I think we've been bouncing around since April. We spoke about this last week as well. That gold has been bouncing around this zone since April, and it's been printing higher low, which is a bullish trend. Okay. So this is looking like, and I said, we are likely to break out of here, but then I won't be jumping on the buy because it's too close to the resistance. I'd rather wait for a break and retest of this zone, before I join on that buy, buy move. But then, like I always say for gold, any pullback, any pullback for gold is an opportunity to buy. If you look at what gold has been doing, if you go to the weekly time frame, you know, you understand that gold has been, on a tear since we broke out from this zone. This was in November 2023. We spent 3 years. I also spoke about this zone, that was last week. I think we spent from 2020 to 2023. We are bouncing around this zone. And finally, in November 2023, we broke out from this zone, and it's been on an absolute tear since then. We've been on this massive, uptrend since then. And like I said, gold being a bullish instrument, Any opportunity for a pullback, for gold is an opportunity to buy. As a matter of fact, I always pray that gold pull back. but going forward, because of the tension that is happening around the world, a lot of people are, pulling their assets out and pushing and buying gold. If you look at the tension happening between Russia and Ukraine, the war is still ongoing. The tension between Israel, the one in the Middle East, between Israel and the other countries is still ongoing. And also, next month also, which is also a major reason why we're having commodities like gold, pushing this far, and other indices like S&P 500, NAS 100, and others. Why they're pumping this way is because we are likely to see the first rate cut in about, I think it's about 2 years now. We've been having the Federal Reserve, we are likely to see a rate cut in September. In September FOMC meeting, there's likely to be a rate cut. So, and if there's a rate cut, probably about 0.25 or 0.5 basis point, we are likely gold is going to go bunker. Most assets are going to go bunker, and that brings me to Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin also has also been bouncing around this. We printed price came as low as 49,000. That was about a couple of weeks ago. This was on the 5th of August. Yeah, we came all the way down, then we bounced off from here. So I'm expecting also, because of the anticipation, there's an anticipation in the market that the Federal Reserve is likely to cut rates. And I actually believe we are likely to see the percentage of the Federal Reserve cutting rate this in September is very, very high. So, and that's why everybody's opinion to all these different assets. For Bitcoin, for me, I believe we are bottom up for this year around this zone. I expect price to keep pushing the upside. And if you notice, also for Bitcoin, we're bouncing around this area since this was in February. Yes, we're bouncing, and then we came back to test this support. Actually, to form a sweep that take out this low. This price was around 50,000 there, so we formed a low around 49,000. Then we are pushing back up. So I expect price to keep printing higher low, towards the hopefully towards the zone, and finally we break out from here. And don't also forget that this year is also coincide with the halving year for Bitcoin, which is a bullish sign for Bitcoin. All right. So moving forward, I expect also Bitcoin to keep pushing. As you can see on the weekly time frame, we already formed this long armor, which signifies actually support. So I won't be selling Bitcoin. If I'm day trading Bitcoin, which I don't trade Bitcoin. I buy and hold. And like, if you've been listening to me on this channel, I think I've shared one of my wallet as well. I've been doing a lot of DCA since Bitcoin bottom around that 18,000, 20,000. All right. So I'm hoping that price keep pushing for Bitcoin. All right. So let's move on to currency. On Monday, I think I jumped on this trade after this break of trend line, this counter trend line. On Monday, we had this kind of push forward, and I started buying pounds. All right, and I expect pounds to keep pushing forward as long as we have this. Why keep showing the weakness. I'm expecting pounds this week to probably this is the target area I'm looking at for pounds around 1.30 for pounds. As you can see, we have this on Friday. We have this bullish engulfing, breaker from this resistance that price has been battling for, I think, about three days thereabout. So on Friday we finally broke out from this zone, from that resistance. So I'm expecting price to keep pushing forward. Probably have a pullback, and then we continue to this side. All right, that's for pounds. I'll be avoiding selling pounds if you ask me. It's better you wait for a pullback. All right. If you look at what it did on the 4-hour time frame, actually, so I'll be hoping that we have this pullback and before I jump on the buy for pounds. So talking about EURUSD also, I think I was in this trade. I jumped on it. I shared in the Telegram group. Did over from this area to this area. I'm out of that trade right now. Did over well over 100 pips. I jump on a sell for Euro USD. I'll be very cautious buying. I'll wait for on Monday. I'll when later today Sunday, right? I'll be waiting to see what price will do around this zone. I'll be jumping on the buy. I'll sit on my hands through probably on Monday to see what price is going to do around this zone. All right, because this is looking like because we are approaching this major resistance, as you can see. I already marked them out. But if we have further weakness with DXY, we're likely to break out of this zone. If not, price might pull back before we continue to that leg up. All right. So lastly, I want us to look at GJ. Before we do that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, ensure you do so. Also, make sure you also join our free Telegram channel. I'll be dropping the, like I mentioned earlier, you as a trader, you need a community. You don't have to be alone. Being in a community actually helped me a lot, in my trading journey. And I'm very sure it's going to help you also. All right, so GJ, of course, I mean, ever since we have the JPY index, let's quickly check what the JPY index, bounced off from here. If you look at the weekly time frame, all right. So we have this bullish move, which was a crazy for I think for like about 4 weeks, after the Bank of Japan raised interest rate. All right, but then we have this pullback, this major pullback, which tells me that we are likely to be pushing to the downside as well. All right. So and that's why you see that if you notice that the JPY pairs have been pumping. I mean, it's super bullish, and you can see if you look at what we have on this weekly time frame for the JPY pair, this major candle, we have this push by this armor that pull back, and then this week that just finished, we have price continues to the upside. So for this new week, I'll be looking for a buying opportunity for the JPY pair, for GJ, for Euro JPY, before I jump on the buy, but I'll be waiting for pullbacks. All right. I'll be looking for opportunities to buy at a discount, waiting for price to come to my zone at a discount. If you put your fib level here, I'll be waiting for price to play down or to this way. All right. There are two ways. That you can play this game. You can wait for price to come to you. All right, which is what my own style of trading. I love to do that a lot. That means you can buy at a discount. All right, you wait for price to come to you and then you jump on, or you use your trend line. Although this trend line has been broken, your counter trend line. So, but if you use the outer one, like so, all right, you use the outer trend line like this. So what you want to do, you want to wait for price to break out of this zone. It's outbreak and retest, and then jump on it. When it comes back to test that trend line, price is most likely after it breaks out from a range, likely to come and test the trend line. All right, but if you ask me, I always love to see price come to me like this. I jump on the buy and I'll follow, because that means you're getting at a very, very good price. When price do this. All right. So that'll be all for this week. Like I said, ensure you subscribe, like, and also if you have not joined our community, ensure you also do so. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Thank you.